Okay guys, welcome back to Victory Gardens by Rain. I am so excited to share that today we have a project that I have been waiting on for quite some time. We are getting ready to add chickens to our farm, which is my very first livestock adventure. Well, it's not my first animal adventure, but definitely my first livestock adventure, if you call chickens livestock. But we're building the run and a temporary coop because this is it's been planned to get the chickens, but we have had so much going on that we haven't had time to build like the run of my dreams. And so we're building Jackson. Say hey, Jackson.
Hi.
Hi, my sweet husband and my sweet son is going to put together a little mini run beside our shed. So we're actually going to take this area right here and we're going to turn this into a run. So this shed is 16 feet, so it's going to be 16 by 4, and then we're going to build like a little fence, and then we're going to build the coop, and then we'll build the protective screening to go over it. Kind of like a lean-to situation up against the shed. So I'm really excited. So I thought that you guys would like to see how we pull this together with what we have on hand. We're trying to spend $0. This is a $0 coop, but also we want it to be beautiful in the best way possible. And so what we're doing is we're getting the nicest pallets that we have. See, that looks really uniform. I like that. And then we're gonna have the pallets on each side of the shed. So one is gonna be here and one is gonna be back there with the water tank. We're actually gonna take and scoot that water tank backwards and put the pallet in front of it. And then the water tank is actually gonna be behind the coop. So the coop is gonna be hiding the water tank in the future. And then that water tank is one of the things that we're going to do to water the chickens with, so that they have rainwater coming off of the roof. But that's the next that's a project down the line. So the urgency is that we had planned on getting chickens, but we were going to get chickens in the spring. But a friend of mine is having to travel for a very extended amount of time, and she doesn't have someone to take care of her chickens. And I mean, I could go there and take care of them, and that wouldn't be a problem, and I most certainly would love to be able to partner alongside of her to do that. But there's just a lot of travel in her future, and so what we're going to do is we're just going to bring her chickens to stay at Aunt Rain's house. And so her babies will still be able to see the chickens and all of that, because they're having to leave the day after tomorrow. So again, it was unexpected, and so we're just kind of putting this together, and the coop and run. So if you can imagine, this will be the run part at the front. I don't know what my hand's doing. So this will be the run from here all the way to about where the tank is, and then the tank will be replaced with the coop, and then the tank will be behind the coop. So that's our goal for today. I'm excited. Okay, so while my guys are building the fence panels, I'm gonna move all of this winter sowing situation out of the way and then clear out this stuff right here. Listen, how many of y'all have this situation? I just need to know. I need to be able to share with my husband that this is normal, okay? Y'all comment down below if that's normal for you. Just have a stash of potting things. So anyway, so at the edge of the building right here, that's where this next pallet's gonna go. This other one is pretty nice. And we're going to clear this out so that I am, while the guys are working, gonna clear this out and then kind of set it up so all they have to do is just install the panels. So yay. Okay, so as I'm cleaning this up, I'm getting very frustrated, to be honest, because these milk cartons deteriorated and made quite a mess. And I'm debating on whether or not I want to do this at this time. But since then, I have decided that I'm going to continue with this method because winter sowing in a milk jug is actually very effective when you're trying to start seeds. Just make sure you clean it up at the end of the season and not let them sit out there all year. Yay! So Rick is making the fence panels that will be the side of the run right now. Okay, so I just walked up here to check on the guys and they are making the panels. I'm so excited. So, we're trying to do this without spending any money at all because, well, it's like 3 days before Christmas. And so, anyway, so I came by and we had a yard sale for a fundraiser for the publishing something fun, so we'll see. So I think I'm going to use this right here as a nesting box potential, and then I have these 2 buckets or 3 that could potentially be something too, so we'll see. Okay, so I had my little winter sewing situation sitting right here, and you see now they're all in the trash. So I was planning on saving those milk jugs and redoing that this year, but every single one of them exploded when I touched them, almost. And so I wanted to show you this little, the plastic did not hold up. So I'm having to spend some time and clean out all these little plastic bits. Like you see how it just broke and it's in the soil. So that's gonna take a few minutes. So I'm gonna do that real fast and then continue to move forward. So the way that we're gonna close up this gap right here. So this is the gap under the shed where my dogs have dug holes. But we're gonna take and line this with cinder block because I want this to be safe for these little hens. And everything that I've researched and everybody that I've talked to, I've never raised chickens before, so I'm walking into this new, but everybody that I talked to is like, they don't really mind the cold, but they mind a draft. And so where this chicken coop is going to be, there is a cow pasture right there where they raise beef cattle. And the wind, you see my hair blowing, the wind comes this way all the time. So I don't want them to get a draft under the shed. And also I don't want predators to be able to tunnel under the shed and come into the coop. So that's our first priority, is safety. Look at all of this. That's just a little bit. Oh my gosh, there was so much. I don't know that I'm ever going to do that again. Okay, so got all the plastic bits up, and now I'm going to line it with concrete block. Okay, change of plans. I think instead of using concrete blocks to line that, because this is not going to be our permanent structure, I have a bunch of downed tree logs, like hardwood logs, that will take a very long time to decompose. And I was thinking I would probably rather use that over here because we use the concrete blocks that we have and we actually bought them for a reason. And I don't want to rob from that reason because we're trying to do this in an emergent manner. So with that being said, I'm going to get Jackson and see if he can line the bottom of that with these big logs that we have. Because I think the chickens would have fun poking at them, getting all the... It would be an enrichment thing if I was on Pinterest. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to go ask the guys about the log idea and see what they think. Okay, hey guys. Oh, look, it's coming along. I'm so excited. What are y'all doing?
He is putting a screen around one of the panels. Yeah, that's gonna keep things from getting in at the chickens. I'm cutting wood to size for a secondary panel.
So these are like the fence, like the front fence panels?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got some pressure treated wood and some untreated wood because that's not coming into contact with the ground, and frankly it's just a little bit cheaper, and we had some lying around.
Yeah, because we're doing this for $0, right? We're gonna try
for what we had on hand. I mean,
yeah,
we paid for it.
Yeah, we paid for it at first. But okay, so I have a question for you guys. So instead of putting cinder blocks along the bottom of the building, we need to close that gap. What do y'all think about doing those hardwood logs that we have laying around so the chickens can peck the logs?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Aren't you planning on growing mushrooms at one point or another anyway?
Well, with those logs, yes. But I was thinking, because we need those cinder blocks for the water tanks, instead of using it and then having to buy more, I was thinking we could use the logs and not have to pull from those cinder blocks.
Either or. I mean, we could always pull from the fire pit if we need to, but whatever works.
So which would you prefer?
I mean, the logs, we have way more than enough logs.
Yeah, we do. That's what I was thinking. It would help
and I like
tidy
my
it.
Fire pit.
And you like your fire pit. Okay, so it'll tidy up the yard a little bit and close the gap. And I kind of giggled at myself. I said it would be an enrichment activity for the chickens to peck.
Wait, didn't you just call me bougie earlier?
But he is bougie. He is bougie. Okay, so what are you doing right there?
I am nailing this chicken panel to what? No. This box is weird. I'm nailing the chicken panel to the wood so animals cannot attack the chickens.
Oh, okay. What are those? Roofing nails? Like, let me see them.
These nails. I don't.
Okay.
They're weird.
Okay, I'm headed back to the chicken coop area. They are doing quite nicely on the panels, so I will get out of their way. I need to move all of my pots and stuff out of the way from behind the IBC tank, and then we can just shift everything down. So that's what I'm going to do here. So we're just gonna scooch and kind of go from there. Such a mess. Okay, you guys, show up for me in the comments. I need y'all to tell me that I am not the only person in the entire world that holds on to every single container that I get when I purchase plants. I actually hang on to these for a specific reason. I take and replant and use these for the ministry gardens that I use, and a lot of them can be freestanding to grow like tomatoes and peppers in for container gardens. But yeah, so there's a ton here. Okay, I can feel myself spiraling. Why in the world are there 7,000 different sizes of nursery containers? I will never know. Like, each stack that I have here is the different size. Like, why? And then I'm over here and I'm like, I need them because I'm going to be starting seeds in like tomorrow. So, okay. I'm going to try not to continue to spiral. I do want to get these organized, but that is not the project for today. I need to get the things cleaned out from under this block, because this is what our tank is going to go on, is these cinder blocks. And then we're going to actually have rainwater harvested off of the shed into these tanks. I've got two. There's one there, right here, and then one back there. And then this tank right here is actually going to be for the forever chicken coop. We're going to put that in there. But, okay, I just have to stay focused. So I've got this pretty much cleared out. the ones that are in the wheelbarrow is what I'm going to take over to the, I can't find it, the greenhouse. Because when I start seeds to sell, and then I start seeds for myself, and it's easier for me if I start seeds in containers that I cannot sell, so that I don't give away what I want for my garden, because I've done that literally every year. So I save these for my own growing, and then the black containers, like the nursery containers and all of that, that's what I'll use to give away. Okay, so back to work. Okay, space is clean. We just need to scooch over, and the guys brought the first fence panel. I'm very excited. It's got the little predator skirt thingy on there. And we're gonna get started. I mean, the assembly part. So my muscle is on its way. Oh, and here comes the second panel. Wow. Thanks, buddy. All right, we can y'all say that again since I'm recording?
Oh.
They said I was a smart lady. So we found this 6x6.
Get up of it against the edge.
And it fits perfectly to block, and then it already has a little bit of insect activity. I would say so.
Yeah.
I love that. So the chickens can peck at that until we get it ready. So we just need to close this little bitty gap. Perfect.
There we go.
Yay! So he just said something can push that over from the inside. But what I was thinking, baby, is since that's rock, we can take and stack up a few cinder blocks on that side, and then that's what the coop can sit on top of.
Your call, babe.
Instead of digging a hole through those rocks.
Just one cinder block would be good.
No, 2 for sure.
Yeah, 2 for sure. For sure.
I mean,
Okay, so what's your plan now?
okay. Feeling kind of sleepy, so I was thinking a nap.
Oh,
Maybe eat some of that prime rib that your sister made first.
my sister made some great prime rib. Okay, so what is your plan for real? Are we going to attach the pallet to the building first, do you think?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Then what?
Then we're going to attach the panels, hammer in the rebar, and I guess once we get everything set up, we can get our measurements for the cattle panels from the panels to the roof, and then afterwards we can hang the netting off of that.
Okay.
Yep.
I like it. Sounds good.
All right, there you go.
Okay, so we're putting on the side panel. Look at my 2 awesome guys right there.
Whatever.
So there's that side. Right, so we have this side up and this side.
Bam.
So this is what it's looking like so far. So we did the panels in the front and pallets for the side.
I did the chicken wire.
And it's rabbit wire.
The rabbit wire.
We made sure to have like a little skirt on the outside right here, just for a little bit of added protection. So, and then on the inside of the pallets, we have the rabbit wire too. And then of course that big piece of timber, and Jackson Thomas dropping a hammer.
I caught it like 3 times in a row off camera. As soon as I get it on camera, I smack my knuckle. I'm gonna try one more time.
Okay.
Oh. As soon as they get eyes on me.
Hello again. So the footage that you just previously saw was yesterday. So this is the next day. And I'm actually walking to the front to the garage because we just spent quite a bit of time discussing the next move on what to do. So I showed you guys that we got the run fence done, but we're actually booting it back a little bit so that they have 16 extra square feet. And so they can have a little bit more scratch room and stuff, because our goal is to free range these chickens. But because my dogs have never been exposed to chickens, we want to put them in a safe place to acclimate and to create a, safe environment for the chickens, because we don't ever, I don't want to bring them over here to put them in danger. So, anyway, so we're doing that. So I'm actually in my garage looking for the Sawzall. That's my dehydrator, if y'all can hear that. And we're going to grab the Sawzall and cut out pallets and do things, and I'll show you when we get back there. So I got it. Okay, so with the changes that we have made is that we're actually going to put the coop here, right here, instead of inside that area. So we just kind of butted it out back so that we could have more run room for them, and that they can have the run go under the coop. So we're gonna it's gonna be, I hope that y'all can hear me. The guys are working in the back. I'm sorry if it's loud, but so we'll have a little U shape of pallets, and then one on top here, and then the coop is going to be up here. Okay, so I'm over here with the guys, and they're going to spend a few minutes telling you what they're doing. So what are you doing?
All right, this is going to be the back of our chicken coop. So essentially what I'm doing, so that we have access to the eggs whenever they lay, I'm cutting the boards off the bottom half of this, and then I'm going to use one of those pickets over there to kind of glue everything together, and then we're going to hinge it to this so that it lifts straight up like a door, so we have access to the eggs that they're laying. Now, once we get all these boards taken out, I'm gonna have to cut these boards off. So essentially we're just gonna have this left over. But so I have this to still function as stability, I'm gonna take a 4x4 and just anchor this to this with the 4x4s on both sides. And that'll block any air draft coming in and through like that. And it'll support the top half of this and allow us to have a door to get to our eggs, if what I said made any sense at all. I can see it in my head, I promise.
All right, I had to go inside for a little bit and get some things situated, because it is 2 days before Christmas, and that's how we roll here. I hear a lot of racket, so I'm gonna see what the guys are up to. Okay, this is the whole situation. So we have this like run area, and then this is the coop right here, but we don't have the ladder up because we don't have the screen that goes right here, because when we get a couple extra bucks, we're gonna do the double here and then double here and then one on the end, and then put the netting on top. We have this right. Jackson got these T-posts in. That one right there is in the wrong position, so we're gonna wait for my husband to get back to pull it out or how to do that. But me and Jackson are gonna go ahead and install the fence panel from the coop back right now. So we put I'm inside the coop right now. We put the panel up on that side. So I put their little thing up and they're starting to go into the coop. I'm so excited. I gotta get it situated. It's not situated, but I love that they're curious.
You filming?
Just stay seated, all right?
Hey, what just happened?
Bonked my head.
With what?
The hammer thingamabobber.
Just slammer.
I don't know what it's called.
And you know what? Mama told him how to use it. And he wasn't doing it right.
I was not.
Alright, so Jackson bonked his noggin and Rick went inside because he is sick and he's going to take care. Then Tiana went and took Jackson home with her so they could spend some time together. So it's just me and the chickens. So I'm going to finish putting up this last panel right here. And then I think that's going to be all for today. I might actually cut the roosting bar because once I finish stapling in the cardboard right here, feel pretty confident. Like I'm okay with them having their little ladder going up because now we have this safety panel right here. So I'm gonna see how they do in the actual coop part tonight. So that's exciting. I'm going to just get busy. All right, just kidding. This panel is not cut to size. It's too large to put up here. So I thought I was going to be able to do that, but I cannot. So I'm not strong enough to use the bolt cutters to cut this wire. That's the only tool that we have to do that. And since everybody's leaving, I'll just go ahead and finish fiddling around in the coop and see how I can get it to where they could be set up tonight. I'm really excited about this. I'm actually very impressed with my family and how well this looks with what we have on hand. And I can't wait to paint it. I think it's gonna look really sharp when we get done painting it. But right now I just wanna make sure the girls are happy and are, able to adjust and live in a safe space. This one right here is 100% farm dog. So he's the only reason that we are spending so much time on the coop to keep them in for it to have a run. Because the dream is to have them free range, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. He does really good when we introduce him to different animals, but he's never met a chicken before. So I want to get the coop nice and stable and then be able to introduce him gently to the chickens so that he understands that they are babies and not just some good smelling something that he can chase. So eventually they will free range. That's my prayer, at least. But for now, they're going to be right in here. All right, this is their roosting bar. Let's go see if it fits. It does, in fact, not fit. So that's what it looks like. And these are the composite board. That's the only thing that I have close enough to flooring that I can easily clean. And so my next thing is I'm gonna take these guys and put them up here and then clear this area out so that I can put their little roosting box in there. They're doing something right here. So, all right, y'all. I'm about as done as I'm gonna be for now. And that's the result. So just to recap, these are pallets put together, and then this is 5mm plastic on a frame, and then I have 2x4s with the rabbit wire to create the panels. This is cattle panel slash 4x4 welded wire, and this is another frame with rabbit wire. Splinter has no idea what to think about these chickens. And then we zip tied the gate on here, and then on the side here there's a panel. So it's just, I love it. I think it's gonna be amazing. So we're gonna see how it has the black paint frame. We're gonna paint all of this wood and the rabbit wire black, probably all of it black, so that it looks like it matches. So I'm really excited. So thank you so much for coming along with us on this video. As we try to get ready to have chickens, I do want to say, like, I'm really excited about this. I've already started the compost program in here, if you can see right there. So what I've been doing is giving them fresh food scraps, and then I'll go in every morning and rake it all up into a pile, and then they like to dig through the pile. And so eventually, when I see that most of the leaves have disappeared, I will come in here and dig it out. They're so fun. I'll come in here and dig it out, and that's what I'm gonna top my new beds that we're gonna have cut flowers in with. So that's exciting. So thank you again for being with us today. If you like what you saw, please hit that like and subscribe button. We're gonna be doing a lot here on the farm, and a lot more than what we've been doing in the past, especially with videos. We are transitioning our raised beds into production for cut flowers and veggies, and then we've actually expanded. We're going to be going all the way back here and all the way back there. So we have a full ½ acre that we're going to pack out as much as we can, and so I'd like for you guys to come along with that. I'm excited to see where it all goes and what God does with it, but my main heart here is to create a demo garden for the ministry plan that we have, and I feel like God is calling us to. So thank you again. Y'all have a blessed day.